Y'all already know what it is. It's three.
Me? I didn't even hear the song.
Because you don't got the headphones on. Of course you're not
No,
going
you
to
usually play it on the speaker.
You couldn't hear it out
fired.
there? Can you hear us out there? I can hear us out there. So obviously it was playing.
Build.
Wow.
We in the
I can't
building.
find my intro unless I hear the intro music.
I pointed to you, bro. Didn't you
Yeah,
get the
but I
point?
thought you
We
were
in the
insane.
building.
I thought you were the insane one.
Okay. I am.
All right,
Who says I'm
welcome
not?
to...
Go ahead.
Oh, shit. I spelled it.
Wow,
Oh,
Richard.
All
man.
right, I'm too drunk.
Oh,
I even have a
man.
drink.
Come on, Star.
Oh, I grabbed... Okay.
Oh,
Just-
man.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Party
Man,
foul,
that's gonna
bro.
stink too, man.
Party foul.
All right. Welcome to Unwelcome Behavior, which I just poured unwelcome.
That is unwelcome
behavior
right there.
all over your table, man.
Thanks, bro.
You got any more of these napkins? Yeah, I got a bunch. Okay. All right, so I'm
We're
Richard
taking the
Myers.
napkins away from my
That is-
masturbation station.
Everyone-
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, the mic is on.
Are you sure those ones aren't used?
Oh, Lord. I
My
told...
bad.
I knew you was in here
I
beating
told
off.
I
Had
told my
to.
grandchildren to listen in.
Oops.
Well, now they know what that is.
If not, they're pretty sure they're looking up the
Well,
They're
definition.
gonna be like, can we use Chipotle napkins too, Grandpa?
I got to have grandchildren. I don't even have any.
Where's
Children-
my shot? I didn't even get
My
no shot.
children, get working on it, man.
How you ain't
I'm
pour
getting
me a
old.
shot, bro?
No pressure.
Yeah, I
No,
want-
get married.
All right, I'm gonna
Get
try
happy.
this. Whatever this
Partake in
is.
this.
Are we starting over?
This what
Yeah,
are we
go
drinking
ahead if you
here?
want.
That sounds like, it smells like fuel, battery fuel.
That's
Let me get some of that.
That's peppermint schnapps.
Let me try
Oh
some. Come on.
God, no!
Come on, Rich. Let me get a little
Is
bit
that
of
what
that,
you didn't
bro.
know what it was?
Come on, Rich.
No,
Just
I knew
one.
the
just
smell.
wanna do
Hang on,
one.
let me go back to the intro. I'm Richard Myers.
Okay.
I have a law firm. It is the Myers Firm, PA. It concentrates on high conflict divorces. Although I want everyone in the audience to think I'm a general practitioner. I can do a little bit of everything, but mostly divorces and discrimination law and employment. I'm getting some horrible looks because my esteemed producer has decided to partake of the Rumpelmans 100 proof peppermint schnapps, and I got my Chardonnay box co-host
That's
Jordan
right.
Dixon with
We're
me.
sponsored by Chardonnay.
But if you
in
want
a
to reach
box.
me,
Can't
any of
I
those
can't
that
read that
have
big
any
word.
legal needs, it's the Myers Firm, PA. The website's myersfirm.com. My phone number is 813-477-2623. Reach out to me if you need help, custody, whatever that's difficult in your marriage. I'm going to fix it.
He got you.
Gordon, tell me about yourself and then your guests.
Well, you know who the freak I am, Gordon, the Gordon Dixon, comedian extraordinaire, garbage truck driving man. I shouldn't have said that, but it's okay. I didn't say for who. We out here. You can find me on the Gordon Dixon Instagram page, Facebook, Gordon Dixon. I brought a great friend of mine, very funny, another comedian, Michael Evans, with us tonight. Michael Evans,
What up? What up? How
my
y'all
guy.
doing?
Not Michael Evans, not the football Michael.
Not the
Evans.
football.
He knew that
No,
was.
no,
he,
no,
he
no.
knew that was coming.
No, we knew that. I prepared him for it.
Yeah.
Look, does that
'Cause
look
I-
like him?
'cause I
That
knew
is
how
not him,
shallow-
bro.
I don't know.
Not all,
Do this.
Not all that people look alike. Nah, we all
mean,
contrary to
kinda-
popular belief.
He got a smaller forehead.
Yeah, I
Michael
took
Evans
one
got
look
a
at you and I
smaller
said,
forehead.
you ain't 6'4",
No tattoos.
250.
I
Why
was
did
not,
you bring this stuff?
I brought it from me. I'm sharing
Well, let me-
with you, and you
let
can
me get one.
decline it.
Let me. I'll
You
partake
can
with you,
decline
bro.
it.
I'll drink the battery acid
My
with you,
lord.
man. Let me get a little bit. Come
All
on,
right,
Rich.
so for the listener, our one esteemed listener that I'm guaranteed a week.
Shout out to my
Hey, you
girlfriend
know what
and
our
her
show's
family.
about,
They're the only
our
ones
listener? It's about unwelcome behavior, which to me represents anything that's happened in your past that at the time you were experiencing was saying, what the fuck? Like, why do I have to suffer through this? But then you put a comedic spin on it later in life because you think, that's hilarious, I'll share the story. So it could be in any context, really. But what motivated me to start the show was all the horrible, psychotic first dates I went on after I got my divorce 17 years ago. So I started writing this shit down, and it's become fodder for a lot of comedy. And I will choose to read 1 or 2 stories per episode because I have a lot of stories to share.
Yeah, you do.
I shared one about a narcoleptic first diva of ladies wrestling,
Good one.
which I learned in the pre-show from Michael here. Hey, I know that person because he's a ladies wrestling fan.
If you know wrestling.
All right. What are you dying over there? Was that little baby shot, man?
Man, listen.
Fix your fucking palate.
The first time I almost died from alcohol poisoning was a peppermint schnapps.
Oh, wow. It
Yeah.
brought back some fond memories.
Ice
right now.
101.
Yeah,
That was when, real quick story, you know when you first start drinking, you drink beer. That's cool.
Right.
When you drink liquor, it's a different thing. So I'm with this girl trying to be. She's like, "Yo, I'm gonna come over. We can get a bottle." Boom, I'm bet because that's just that one that you've been wanting for a while, right?
Yeah.
We take about 4 shots. We're good.
Of this.
Ice 101 is what it was called.
Okay. Okay.
I'm over here. I'm not even drunk. Pour me another. Pour me another. Now I'm up
Because
to
it's just
9
all
shots.
minty. Right.
I'm up to 8 shots when shot 2 kicks in.
Oh, that's
So
not
I'm like,
good.
oh, I'm feeling good.
No,
Let me
you're
get
going to start the
another
trip
one.
soon, man.
Man, listen. Oh, God, that was the worst day of my life.
Yeah, well, that's like if we're sharing those kind of stories real quick, and we all probably have them.
Oh,
We're
yes.
drunk, right?
Oh, yes.
When I was in college, we were doing shots of tequila. I was like 18, 19, at a party. And I was just beyond effed. And my roommate puts me in the back seat of his car, goes through a drive-through Krispy Kreme, and he starts shoving donuts, as many donuts as he can in my mouth. Because I'm powerless to put my hands up or to stop chewing. And he just, as long as I'm like moving my mouth and not dying, I had like 6 donuts in my mouth. And I never got over the feeling of like tequila means dying on sugared donuts.
That's how ice.
Yeah, I
101
can't do
is.
it anymore. I won't do it.
Yeah.
I
So
can't
tequila,
do,
I just don't. I won't
Jaeger anymore.
I won't do it.
Jaeger.
I don't even like it in like in a margarita. People are like, let's do a margarita. No,
I
fuck
could do
no,
a margarita,
tequila's-
but not a lot.
All right, so any listeners, I want you to check out the Facebook page of Unwelcome Behavior. There is a call button on there. You can actually hit the button.
Call
It'll
in.
dial into the show. And if you can't handle hitting the button, the number is 813-252-4497. Really want to invite at least one caller a week to share your just worst story. It could be a date story, a bad boss. It could be,
Make it fun.
like I said, the thing that I always think of is I've had a few episodes like this, and I'm sure other people have, where you're sitting in a movie or a sporting event or something like that, and some drunk asshole's next to you, and you're like, fuck, I can't fix this problem. But now you can look back on it and laugh. I want to hear mostly the funniest stories are about psycho exes or ex-girlfriends or on dates. So call in, share your experiences. It's all about us feeding off of it and making fun of it and laughing about it. Who wants to hear? Who wants to hear anything
Here we go. Here we go.
at all about any of my psychotic first dates?
He's still, hold up. Let's address this dude's
I took half a
shot-taking
shot. I
skills.
took
You're not even
half
through
a
it.
shot.
Just
Wait,
don't do
wait,
it
wait.
anymore, bro.
Nah, because now I'm committed.
This is not even the size of a urine specimen cup. It's so small.
Yeah, man.
I gave you like literally
Bro.
half a shot to begin with, and you're just do it.
Serge is dying over there right now, by the way. He's dying.
So
Well, speaking
slowly
of drinking, I want to share one of my bad drinking date stories.
Let's go.
All right, this is one of the more vanilla ones, but it's still funny. So again, this is all about online dating. So I meet this woman online, and taller than me, blonde lady, looks well put together, seems to be successful, and we agree we're going to meet for the first time for happy hour at Outback, and sit in the booth area, around the bar. So we agree it to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have to call her like at 4 o'clock because something happened. One of my kids was running late. And I said, "Oh, I'm running like 20 minutes late." She goes, "Oh, no problem. I'm just enjoying myself at the bar, or at the table at the bar. You just come when you can. Fine." She sounds cool. Everything's copacetic. So I walk in, and she looks great. Seems personable, but already it's 4:20, a little bit of slurring of the speech
Oh, let's
already.
go. She's been there.
And I
for
can
a while.
see 2 empty glasses of your fucking Chardonnay.
Oh yes, but it was in the box.
Okay. Yeah, no,
That's my kind of
no, it
woman.
wasn't in the box.
It was in the box.
If she would have drank the, out of the box, she would have stayed sober. But she went for the hard Chardonnay. And so she's 2 glasses in, and I'm 20 minutes late. So, okay, you're passing the time and drinking. I just don't, I'm hoping she won't drink too much more. Okay. So, we're looking over the menu. The waitress comes over. Do you want something to drink? I'll take a beer. She orders. It's happy hour, so it's 2 wines. So she gets, now, the 2 new glasses of wine. I wish I had a fuller cup, but she doesn't sip the wine. She doesn't even gulp the wine. She, chugs it.
Huh.
I've never observed this in my life. It's Chardonnay, and she literally does the 5 ounces and just empties the glass and
God
puts it down.
damn. That's a
And I'm like,
thug.
it's 4:21, and you're 3 glasses of Chardonnay in. I'm like, this is going to get bad. But this is something that Gordon realized, man, you stuck it out after 38 N-words.
I'm
Right,
telling
so
you,
I'm not
you're a
leaving.
nice guy.
Right.
You are a nice
Right,
guy.
right, right. So I'm like, okay, I'm sticking it out. I just don't want to leave and be an ass and make judgment calls too early, So she downs the second glass. Now it's 4:25, and she's essentially a bottle in. I order some appetizers. She orders 2 more wines. Now she's sloshed. It's 4:35, maybe. It's not even and she's 6 glasses in, and I'm like, I got to figure out a way out of here. So I said, oh, I got a text from my son. I got to go. He's at school and he doesn't have a ride, whatever it is. Being very paternalistic about it, I thought, okay, I need to walk her to her car and make sure that either she's sober enough, I'm going to talk to her at a car, maybe just see if she can walk. All right, so we're walking out, and she's unstable, and I say to her, we need to go back inside, get you a cup of coffee. She goes, I don't need a fucking dad. Stop being my fucking dad. And I'm like, oh.
Would have left her right there. All right.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Oh, my God.
Peace.
And I did. Okay, so I said, look, drive home. I don't owe you anything. I don't know you for even an hour. Okay, go home. So I go online the next morning and see if I can check on the arrest records. If she got pulled over
to DUI.
for DUI. No, I'm
That's
dead
funny.
serious. You laugh about it, but I was like, okay.
Let's see how her night went.
I hope
Let's see how her night went.
I hope my fuck you, I'm done with you didn't result in her death. Right? So, okay, I find out that nothing happened. Okay. But I do send her an email. And I say, hey, what I saw was disturbing. I think as a good guy, I'm going to try to help you out. And I specified everything that I just told you guys. I said,
Yeah.
look, you guzzled. You didn't even sip. There's a problem. And if you can drink a whole bottle of wine in under a half hour on a date when you're trying to make a good impression, there's a problem. And I just wish you the best, and I hope you seek help somehow, and blah, blah, blah. And thinking in the moment when I was sending this that I was really doing a good thing.
This guy, man.
He just called me a drunk.
Yeah.
Right. Who the fuck do you think you are to
Oh,
know
shit.
my life? You have no idea what I've been through. You have no idea about me.
Yep.
This was not a unique situation. You had made me nervous about going on a date, and I was just trying to be relaxed, and I fucking didn't control myself. I agree, but I'm not an alcoholic. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. 4 pages of fuck you.
You made her nervous?
Yeah.
She has some nerve.
Yeah, I
She
know.
was some gall. That's a new word. I learned.
Okay.
The call.
Some gall.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. She vented. Good, we're done. All right. So a year passes, and I'm going into a Beef O'Brady's on the corner of Himes and Bush. I don't know
Oh
where, you
yeah,
know where that is.
I know exactly what
Okay.
that is.
And I walk in. I'm going to have lunch, salad, and a beer, whatever it is I'm doing for that day. And I hear, Richard! Is that you, Richard?
Hell no.
And I'm like, who's that? Oh, shit. I won't use her name. Her first letter is L.
Just use her name.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm going to tell you why I can't.
Okay.
At the end of the story.
All right.
So, out of respect, of course.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
Okay, it's all about respect. So I go, oh my God, it's her. What am I like? I don't know what she's going to think of me but she's acting jovial, like, oh, Richard. Right.
Wait, let me Google that. What, was it jovial?
Jovial.
I know that. I think
it's another white word. For you.
Super white. Shout out to my girlfriend. She teaches me all the white words.
All right, so I go, oh crap. In my mind, I'm going, oh crap, it's her. But she's inviting me to sit down, and she sounds happy to see me, so I'm going to go with it. And I sit down with her, and she's like, hey, I'm looking back on what happened a year ago, and I deserved what you told me, and she's very apologetic.
There you go.
Okay. And actually, I turned my life around. I realized that I shouldn't be drinking, and I started my own business. I started my dream, and I got my own tax accounting firm now, and I really, in some way, owe it to you. And I'm so glad I ran into you. And I'm like, that's fantastic.
All right.
And she goes, what do you think about us maybe having another date? And sure. Sure.
Sounds like a great idea.
Sure. Sounds like a great idea. So we decided to go on another date, and we're out in St. Pete somewhere along the beach. And she says, hey, listen, I got to take this. We're packed for the afternoon, have fun on the beach. And we're sitting down having a cocktail at a beach bar. And she says, hey, I got a phone call or a text. She goes, I need to make a phone call. And I said, go ahead. I know business is business. I do this all the time, And she walks off, not to be seen again.
Oh,
She
like,
texts
bye.
me. She texts me like 2.5 hours later. And she says, I got onto this phone call. And I was walking down the beach, and then when I came back, I didn't realize what place we were supposed to be at. And I went into another restaurant. I couldn't find you. I'm getting all this excuse, like what, whatever, fuck you, right? Okay, so I'm done. She just switched addictions, either to workaholic or was still on an alcoholic binge, and was hiding her drinking. I don't know what's going on, but nothing made me happy about it. So like 2 or 3 months later,
This girl.
2 or 3 months later, I see a news blurb, like on Google, whatever is I log onto my computer and I go onto a MSN or whatever the default page was, and there was a news blurb, a local news blurb of a woman who showed up at a hospital who does not remember who she is.
Oh, God.
Okay, she's right. And then whoever the doctors were, did some search or whatever it is, and found out it was that person, this L person. And I'm like, oh my God. And then the story behind it is that she had gotten involved in a DUI in which her daughter got injured, and she had got amnesia and forgotten who she was. And then I'm like, crap, this is just, I'm so glad I avoided all that problem, right? I didn't want to be involved in that kind of lifestyle. But what made it even worse, and I feel terrible about it telling this whole story now, and when you get the end story. So I start every once in a while Googling this name to see what happened to her, because it was a news story. And then I found out that she died from a brain aneurysm. So who knows whether or not her addictive behavior or whatever is going on with some mental illness or some problem with her head. I have no idea. But this lady died. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, all these thoughts that I had of what? I don't know. And it's not even funny, Gord. You're laughing.
No.
Because I'm a comedian. I think of all the funny shit about it, bro.
But I just remember thinking at the time, only me. This shit happens only to
It really does.
me.
It really does. No one's had that story.
Yeah,
What if you're the only person she remembers?
I'm
And it's just I'm just going to kill myself
person,
now.
I'm trying to help you out. Stop drinking. Thank you for saving my life. I go on another date that lasts 6 minutes. She's gone. Next thing I know, she has goes in the hospital. She doesn't even know who she dies of the brain aneurysm. Now, there's no moral to the story, by the way.
I can tell.
There's nothing to it other than this. Who do I choose from online dating? Why is this happening?
Don't date drunks. How about that one? That's the moral.
I didn't know ahead of time.
You didn't know.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, the first
put that
sign
in the
of her being
description.
drunk when you walked up, that was...
No. This is the recurring theme of this online dating shit. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't learn.
No, you really don't.
I don't learn. I have the eternal optimism when I
think
was
you've
dating.
learned. I think you've learned. Now.
No, now.
Back then.
But it took me a lot of psychotic first dates.
Listen,
to
okay,
get
let's
there,
break
right?
this down, all right? The first one you told us was the KKK member one, right?
Right.
You didn't date another one after that. You learned.
No.
Then you got to the narcoleptic one.
I
You didn't
figured
go
that was
back
the
to a
last
narcoleptic
racist
after
I would
that.
date right
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I stopped dating
You
narcoleptic
You learned.
lady wrestlers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now you stop dating drunks.
Uh,
Who end up dying?
I feel so much better.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, this is therapy for me.
Yeah.
I'm just
It is.
saying.
You're not repeating the same problems. Yeah.
Can I just real quick shout out my girlfriend's family that all the only ones watching right now. I just want to shout them out. Josh, Molly, Marina, my girlfriend Bettina, all of them are watching. So thank you guys.
Shout out to
Yeah.
you. We
Shout out
apologize.
to them. They're commenting.
I give
some
a
crazy
similar
stuff.
shout
Like,
out.
This is great. I appreciate them. I love them.
Well, next time I tell a dating story, it'll be a funny one.
Oh,
No, that
crap.
one- no, but
there's
that's funny.
comments.
That's why you need me.
Okay,
They got some funny comments in here.
I see big old titties too. Shout out to Josh. Is he Rob's attorney? Whoever Rob is. And then shout out to Molly for the shot. The white dude must have a very small dick.
Oh, yeah.
They probably drink it. Don't take it personally.
What?
Josh says, "Why aren't you wearing the hat I gave you?"
Oh yeah, he gave me a
Molly
hat.
says, "Sorry, just kidding."
She was just kidding.
And
They're awesome, man.
Hey, your wifey's like, "Hi, babe."
They're yeah.
Oh.
Well, I
Shout
love
out to
you,
them
babe.
for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. We got
You guys
more
gotta
than,
watch
we
the
got
whole
more than
show.
one
Don't
audience
leave
this
either.
week.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
This is amazing.
All right,
We got Mike
Michael.
here. Mike Evans, give us
Michael.
a story, Mike.
yeah.
Man.
Unwelcome behavior.
There's got to be a
I
bad
don't know
one.
if I
in
can I'll top that, man.
Oh,
Did they die at the
was
end?
bad.
Did they die at the end?
My date
Michael, that was one of the
of
most
the worst way possible. In the
They
world.
gotta be racist, narcoleptic, or die at the end. There's no
I'm
in
talking about
between.
beheading, fucking limb severed, not just a regular ass.
You better have dated Napoleon,
Yeah.
goddammit.
I need to have a ghost story. Man, fuck that. I fuck the demon. Fucking, it's,
Hey, some people do that. Some people do that. Redheads. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Tell us a
well.
little bit about yourself and then share a story.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, Michael Evans, fellow local comedian out here in Tampa, Florida. Just doing my thing. You can see me on Miami, West Palm, Miami. I'm everywhere. I'm all over Florida.
All over South Florida.
All over.
Where your next appearing so people can come or tune in?
So I'll be at Imperial Moto in Miami, Florida. I'll be hosting for there'll be myself, Brittany Brave, a lot of the fellow Miami comedians will be there as well too, and I'll be at Off the Hook on Friday, doing some stuff down there too. So
Is there like a Instagram page or a Facebook page we can follow you on?
yes, Instagram is the official Michael Evans, and that's on all social media, Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to check me out on there, feel free to add me and comment, like, all that good stuff. You can catch me on. I'll always update on there all the time on what I'm doing, so you can catch me on there.
Awesome.
You get an update on what I'm doing. But
All right, now let's get to some horrible.
man,
Worst
Something
dating
bad.
story.
so my story, man, it didn't start out as a date. It actually started as an infatuation, and it just went into a date. But basically, what happened was there was this model that I was
Always the models. It's always the models.
that I was on for a while, and then I eventually found out she had a Tumblr page. Now I don't know if you guys remember Tumblr.
Oh, yes.
Tumblr started out very artistic. Everyone on there was like artists and tapestry and all these like artful shit, and then it just went to like just the Sodom and Gomorrah of like pornography, like
Just
from here on out. I
straight.
mean, just pussy and titties just everywhere, man. It was like, what happened to the art? Like, this is nothing but just pussy and titties. It's like whole timeline, just from top to bottom, was all just nude women on there. But she was on there. And obviously on Tumblr, you can like ask questions, or they'll put out questions and you can answer them, and then they'll post it if they like your questions. So I was just like, me being the funny guy, I'm like doing all funny responses to her shit. She's like, oh yeah, this guy, I asked this and he said this was a response, blah blah blah. So I'm like, oh shit, she shot me out. So okay, we get a little connection going on. Okay, this is cool. So then after a while, she decided to do a not like a raffle, but it was basically like bidding to go on a date with her.
Okay.
And so she put it on eBay. So she was like, "Hey guys, like I'm gonna put on eBay for you guys to bid to go on a date with me, but don't let eBay know because it's illegal. I guess it was like against their terms to put like I guess they looked at it as like solicitation. But she was like, I'll be on there with the link. Like put your bid on there. Whoever wins, you can choose a place of your choosing where we can go out. Da da da. So my dumb ass mind, I'm like, oh, this is destiny right here. This is fucking destiny right here. This is supposed to happen. Like I'm about to do anything I can to get this girl or whatever on a date. So yeah. So then she starts the bidding and shit. So I think the minimum was like $4,500.
Oh hell no!
What?
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
That's a high class. Hell no! Bring it back. Bring it back.
$4,500 was the start bid. So my happy ass was like, I don't know where I'm gonna get this money at, but I'm gonna put that bid.
You put a bid in?
Put a bid in.
Okay, nah, let's go. I need to hear the rest of this.
What does that? Wait. If you're gonna get help for the $4,500, does everyone get to go out with her?
Not in my case. Okay. I'm like, this is my date. If you ever want to chip in,
I win this. 45, 35.
Yeah. So, but she was already like, she had been on like all these, I think she did a sit for, well, not Hustler. It was not Playboy. I mean, she did like a spread for like a well-known
no
men's
pun
magazine.
intended.
Yeah. She was already kind of like well-known or whatever.
Spread for you. Damn, 4,500.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what happens is, so the bid starts, right? So I put the minimum bid in. I'm thinking like nobody's gonna fucking match this shit. Like all her followers are all fucking dudes living home with their mom and shit. Like nobody make it. Sure as shit, some guy popped in with like 4,700. I'm like, fuck, damn it.
God,
And another guy popped in 5,000. I was like, fuck. I was like, where are I getting this money from? Next thing you know, the bid was like 8,000.
Wait. You're determined no matter what.
I was determined no matter what.
I'm not gonna be outbid.
But
Exactly.
But biggest question: did you have the money?
No, I didn't have the money.
Okay. See,
That's what I said.
Because I would did that shit too. But
I just wanted to
He
test
was gonna figure it out later.
Yeah.
Figure
I
it
said,
out
look,
later.
I said, this is destiny call. I got to answer this motherfucker. Like, this is my shot here, so I'm going to take it. So,
even if I have to pay.
Yeah, you might got to get like multiple loans to get this motherfucker. But, so then the bid ends. Of course, I didn't get the shit because obviously, like, somebody outbidded the shit out of me. But what happened is the guy that won the bid, like, after the guy won the bid, she ended up connecting with the person to kind of figure out, okay, where we're meeting at, what time, whatnot. Come to find out, this guy didn't have the money either. the guy
he
who won
had
the
the same
bid.
thought as you.
He had the same thought.
Ain't nobody got outbid.
I'm gonna put this false ass bid, no money, -0 in the account, but I'm gonna put the bid in anyway.
That's
so
funny.
she got pissed and called him out on the Tumblr. She was like, yeah. Oh, we're gonna start the bid all over again. This guy, he didn't have the money. He like begged me to give me another check.
That didn't even deter you.
Yeah. I was like, nope. So then I was like, all right. I said, this time I'm gonna do it for real. So I went. After she made that announcement, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a loan. I said, so I would have got a loan. So I was like, $6,000 is gonna be the cutoff.
Wait. Not a bank. You're not going to a bank.
So I went to a bank.
You went to a bank.
Yeah, of course I tell what it was. I made some bullshit.
Can I get a loan for a home? Can I get a loan for a home?
I need to get a used car real quick. I need to get this boat. Let me get a $6,000
If
loan.
you don't bring this to the stage, I will personally kill you. That's hilarious. Please.
So I was like, so I got the loan, and so the bid starts again. So this time out the gate, I was like 6,000.
He got a loan.
I didn't wait for the build-up. I'm like $6,000 out the gate. So I wanted everybody to be like,
You got a loan for a home. This is the greatest story I've ever heard.
How long have we known each other?
This is almost better than the KKK story. Keep going.
So now I was like, I want to deter anybody from wanting to bid. Like, yo, $6,000, I know y'all ain't got this shit. I said, dude already before didn't have the shit, so I'll put $6,000 out. Pow! So I'm waiting. One day goes by, no bid, fucking, no extra bid came on that shit. Second day comes by, still no bid. So the last day comes by, still nothing. So I'm like, I got this shit. I got it. Like nobody's outbidding me. Nobody didn't put in any bids at all. So the fuck, I'm watching the clock go down. It was like 5, 4, bid ends, and I'm like, I got it. So then the shit closes out. So I'm waiting for like a response from her. And sure as shit, I get an email like, hey, congratulations, you won the bid. Oh, and she's like, is this so-and-so? And I'm like, yes, this is me. She's like, yeah, I thought you looked familiar. I remember you asked all the questions on the Tumblr. Yeah, that's me. Cool. Oh, this is exciting. This is great. So I'm like, this is it. I'm already in my mind. I'm like envisioning like I'm gonna be dating this model. Fucking, I got the fucking clout. Like, so I'm over here just like already envisioning all the shit is about to happen and shit. So then And then on top of that, she goes on a Tumblr because everybody was like, "Oh man, who won? Who won? I wonder who won." And she's like, "Oh, this guy from Tucson, he won." At the time, I was stationed in Arizona at that time. I was military too at the time. So she was like, "Yeah, I got this cute military guy. You know, he's out in Arizona. I'm gonna meet him out next week." And everybody's like, "Oh man, well, good luck on the date, man. Tell us how it is." And I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker. Like, yeah, good luck on my date, motherfucker. Like, I got this shit." So she comes out on the day before the date. And so she comes out, and then I'm all like, I was nervous as shit because I was like, damn, bro, I'm like, this girl's like published, like she's been on magazines. I'm about to meet this girl in person for the first time, and so I remember her mentioning shit like, oh, I don't like hugging, and I'm very like touchy. So I'm like, I'm like,
$6,000.
So I'm like,
touch me.
yeah. So I'm like, well, she didn't say that to me, but she would say that. She said it in previous blogs that she don't like people touching her.
All right.
So I'm
so
just
you're
like,
being hypersensitive to all
yeah,
that.
I'm just like thinking like I'm trying to fuck this shit up. So I'm like, do I hug her? Do I handshake her? Do I dap her up? Do I fucking elbow? Like, what do I do and shit? Like, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? I want to fuck this shit up. So then finally she's like, okay, I'm on the way, but she was like, I'm gonna stop by and change clothes because she was like, I didn't bring a lot of clothes and I wanted to just get something more comfortable. Because we decided to go hiking. That was our decision. I'm like, because I remember she was mentioning before in her blog, she was like, oh, I love the outdoors and I hike all the time, So I was like, you know what? I said, we'll go hiking. I said, there's a nice little spot in Arizona called Lemon Mountain. We'll go up there and we'll do it. We'll just hike up there. So then she wanted to get like some change out clothes for that. Okay. So she finally shows up, opened the door, and I was like, God damn! I'm like, it was just like super curvy in person. So I was like, fuck, I'm going in. If it fucking don't work, it don't work. So I hug her and shit. I'm like, waiting for the pause, waiting for her to be like, oh my God. But she like hugged me back. So I was like, okay.
All
good.
right.
Okay, we in here.
6,000. 6,000. I got a hug out of it. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we hug and shit. So she comes in.
That was your 5,900 worth.
I know.
You only got 100. You only got 100 left.
got 100 left.
hug right there. And everything else is just all foreplay. But
If I throw 20 in you, you look at the dick. You look at the dick. No, that's funny.
Can you blow on the bitch for $50, bitch? Can you sniff the dick? Can you at least sniff the dick, bitch? Can you
I
at least
got
sniff
20
it?
left. What can I get with this? Bro, this is the greatest story, bro. Come on, keep going.
Yeah. So then she's like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom or whatnot. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I sit in the bathroom. I'm doing the whole thing I think most guys do when they're like, got a hot date. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. I'm like, oh, it's in my house. It's in my apartment. No, I'm fucking wigging out and shit. So then she comes out, and finally we head off to the mountain and shit. So with my dumb ass, I don't know where the fuck we going. I don't even have Google Maps. I'm just blind. I'm like, I think it's on fucking Speedway Street. So we driving, and I'm like, yeah, so I don't know where we're at. She's like, what? You know where we're at? I thought you knew where we're going. I'm like, yeah, I thought I did. I thought I could just follow the mountains.
Oh, no.
But my dumb ass thought I could
Mountains that way.
you can see this shit. My dumb ass think I just follow it, motherfucker, to be a path that just magically appear.
This is not
to
good.
go to, yeah. So I'm like, she's like, well, I got Google Maps, so just tell me where it's at, and I'll go. We can find it from there. So I'm like, damn, I look stupid already. Like, I don't know where the fuck we going. I'm already got his
Don't
lost
you
and
hate
shit.
when that inner voice is fucking with you
Yo,
while in
yeah.
the middle of the day?
Oh yeah, it was
You're
bad. It was like right there. Just like, yeah, what the fuck you doing, motherfucker? Like, you didn't research shit. You afraid of hugging the bitch? Like, but so then once she gets to the directions, and we start driving to like towards the right direction. So while we're driving, I'm trying to make casual conversation. Hey, how was your flight? Like, how are things in New York? Because she's from New York and whatnot. So I'm asking about New York or whatever. So then she just transitioned the whole conversation from that to like sexual shit. She was like, yeah. She was like, when I saw you, she was like, yeah. I was thinking like, you're nice and thin. Like, I like guys like that. You can fit right nice between my thighs. Da, da, da.
No.
I'm over here like,
No.
$6,000. We better stack it up. On it all now. I gotta make payments on this.
That extra 100's gonna pay off.
I was just like, oh shit.
Yes,
yeah.
I would have been happy. Hell yeah, girl. What's up?
Because what I want to do is be like,
Do
well,
we
shit,
have to hike?
Yeah. I'm about to hike the pussy.
hike my foot
Yeah, but I'm trying to be, but like internally I'm just like, oh man, I should make a move right now. Yeah, but externally I'm just like, know what? I'm like, all right, cool, that's really okay. But I'm just like, how do I proceed from this? Because she just pretty much gave me the green light. I ain't trying to still fuck it up and do something where she'd be like, oh, what the hell? I didn't mean that.
You didn't want to go too crazy to mess it up.
Exactly. So I was just like, I'm gonna be cool with this shit. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, she gave me the green light. Like, she just gave me the green light. Like, she said some shit.
Patience,
Yeah.
grasshopper.
I didn't even bring it up. She brought that
It's that
up.
John Legend song.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready to
yeah.
go right now. That's it. That's it right there.
Hell yeah, man. But so then we finally get to the mountains, and then we park, and then we're walking and shit. And it's funny because like all the girls, like, because she got a big ass, or everyone like black, white, all of them just like looking like, oh shit.
Wait. Was she white?
Yeah.
She was black.
She's white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
6,000. All right. That's
Yeah, so it was like, so I felt like
Ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I
I
get
felt
it.
like the man. I was
I'm a man
like,
right
yeah,
now. I'm a
I was-
man right now.
I'll pay 6,000.
yeah. I was like, yeah. And then we took a photo together, and I remember when we took the photograph, there was like a couple there, and they're like, "Oh, you guys look so cute." And I'm like, "I'm in there."
Thank
I'm
you.
like, they approving me, these strangers.
Yes. And women like to hear that too, by the
Yeah,
way. They
yeah.
just like
So
to hear
I'm
that.
like, yeah. She all hugging me on the picture too. So I'm like, yo, I'm in there, bro. I'm fucking in there. Like, and so we go on the hike. and,
Like you can almost not fuck it up.
oh, we'll see. Wait, hey. Yeah,
I mean, he took a loan out. I mean, I took a loan out.
So
Come on.
many men depending on you. On
I want to hear about this loan after too, bro.
yeah. So also part of the bid too, I forgot to mention, was that she's gonna have because she did obviously with her being a model, she took like thousands of pictures and photo shoots. So you had one particular shoot where somebody did like an oil painting. So that was like a part of the bid. You know, you get the date and you get this big ass oil painting.
Oh,
over as well,
okay.
too. Yeah. So she had that with me as well too. So after we got done with the date, we go back to the house because it was a 2-date thing. So it was that date, and then the next night was the dinner date.
Is there anyone that's like recording this?
No.
There's nobody,
She
like-
said she was taking pictures.
Oh, okay.
But I should have took pictures too. But I was just so in the moment. I was just like, yo, I can't believe this girl was like here
Bro,
with me and shit.
You should
And
have
I was
took
like,
pictures so we could have seen those pictures.
Yeah,
Well, she's
really.
online. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. London
You
and
think she's
Right
still
now,
on them?
actually, I don't
You-
believe
you
your
think you're
story at
still
all.
on
if
them?
You don't have
Huh?
any evidence.
You think you're still
No
on
evidence.
her pictures?
Fuck no. She deleted
What's
that
the end of the
motherfucker.
story?
I know. I'm getting it. Yeah, yeah.
okay,
So
okay. I thought we were ending.
So this is the end of day
No.
one.
this
This
is
is
day
day
one.
one.
Yeah, this is
My
day
bad.
one.
Go
Yeah.
as long as we want.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, this is
My
day-
bad.
Yeah. So we go back.
Thought he was
then-
ending there. I was
No,
like,
hell
fuck.
no. There's way more to that. So so then we get back to, because she was staying with a friend of hers who was also a model. So I drop her off.
Oh,
And
man.
so then-
Model friends, bro.
Yeah,
God.
but she's married though. The model was married with a wife or
That
a
don't-
husband and a kid and shit. So, but she wasn't all that. She wasn't
Yeah.
nowhere near as good looking as.
But she's a model though. She wasn't terrible.
on the house. She was a
What do you
model.
think
Oh,
She didn't look like a model. That bitch,
Hand
that
model.
bitch,
Hand model.
Your
That bitch was a-
$6,000 was meant for two
that
for
bitch was a
one.
substitute model, huh?
Wasn't 6,000 meant for 2 for 1?
Come on, yeah, for 6,000
Not for that
alone.
one.
No,
Yeah, I did-
not just 6,000 alone. Anyway,
Yeah. But so then as I'm dropping her off, before she gets to the car, she's like, all right. She's like, I'll see you tomorrow for our sexy little date. And I'm like, bro, that's green light 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like
Oh,
so many
yeah.
green lights.
That's
Like this is
John
it.
Legend.
I'd have been like,
Yeah.
what's she doing tonight?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why aren't you closing the deal on date 1?
Well, because I just wasn't getting that
Drunk as
vibe
hell
from her.
on
that
that
she
shit.
went-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
that
He
she
don't want to
always-
rush it. Don't
Yeah,
rush it.
yeah. So, cause my mind, I'm thinking night two.
Day 2 didn't go down
Yeah,
like you thought.
Cause I'm thinking night 2 is gonna be the night, cause it's a dinner date. That was more like let's get to know each
Okay,
other first.
okay.
Yeah. So then
So
we
date 1 was like activity date.
exactly.
that's a good date too, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Yeah,
A
hiking,
gym
yeah.
or something, hiking.
Yeah.
That's a good date.
Yeah. Because it wasn't even that bad of a hike.
And you don't
it
look
wasn't
like you're in for it just for one thing either. You're being almost a
He's a
gentleman.
gentleman.
right.
Okay.
He took a loan out. You can't be more gentleman than that.
Exactly.
Baby, I want to be with you so
during
much.
During date
You're
1.
a bill now.
During date 1, does she know how you funded it?
She don't
No.
need to know. You should never.
No,
tell.
Never
Did-
tell.
Did it leak out? Did you
Yo,
say
I should probably tell him though. Hey, I took a loan out
Yeah,
for this day. I just want you to
yeah.
know. Now,
A
you
date
you are
time.
nice, but I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
he's showing him a check and
No,
shit like
I'm
that.
nice. I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
The bank
exactly.
statements, yeah.
I would have never said that.
I think all she cared about was she got her money. That was it. She didn't give where it came from, drug deal,
Don't matter.
human
Yeah,
trafficking.
it
She
don't
didn't give a
matter.
fuck how the money got. It was like I got $6 grand from
don't
this
matter.
motherfucker. Yeah. So then after she says that, I'm like, cool. See you tomorrow night. Da da da. Whatever. So we meet tomorrow. Next night at Cheesecake Factory because I want to do real nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Cheesecake Factory. Had the table already set. And that shit I was prepared for. I had my outfit already on. Had the fucking table already reserved. Everything like that. Got there early shit. So I'm like, this is gonna be the night. I'm gonna make a better impression. So I show up first. She shows up next. You know, had her outfit on, whatever. So as we were inside, we sat down. We're just talking, general talk, whatever. And then she started talking to me about like her family and shit, and like her fucking dad is abusive, all this shit like that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't even care about that shit. So then,
Were you acting interested though?
Oh, of course, yeah.
course,
I'm like,
yeah, he's got
I gotta
this.
play the game.
All right.
I gotta play the game. Where to get the
I
points.
just want to
I
make sure
gotta
you're
play-
playing it right.
I gotta play the game, you know. So then the date ends. So we go out to the car, right? So at this point, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna try, you know, make some moves.
Be
see
a
what
little
happens.
forward.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, I said, my house is like, my apartment's literally like right up the street. You want to come by, hang out, whatever? She was like, no, I can't. I got an early flight tomorrow. Like, I gotta leave out tomorrow. And I'm like, you serious? Like, I was like, and I don't want to say like I gave you $6 grand, but I was giving her that vibe, like I gave you $6 grand. Like, you gonna come like somewhere, whether it be me or you at the apartment, like some sexual activity is gonna happen because I pay you $6,000. So I'm trying to like slowly push her through that shit. She was still like, no, I kind of want to go. So I was like, all right. So then I noticed that, and then she had the painting with her. So she was like, wait, I gotta give you something. I'm like, okay. So she go to the car, and she brings back the painting, and then I look at the painting, I noticed it was an autograph. I was like, hey, I'm like, you didn't autograph. He said it's gonna be autographed. She's like, oh, she was like, you can just do it yourself. Yeah, just put this, just
What?
put this on there.
Sign
So
my
I'm like,
autograph for me.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo.
That's
I'm
not how
like,
autographs work.
Yeah, I'm like, you right there. I'm like, I could just throw you the marker, and you could just. I'm like, what's happening right now? So she's like, that's okay.
love
You
it.
can just, yeah, she's like, it's okay. Just it won't make a difference. It's just you can just scribble on it. So I'm like, all right. Bitch just fucking drives off. So I'm like,
Follower.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
I'm like, did this shit just really happen?
That's some
I paid $6,000.
Yeah.
I paid $6,000 to go hiking,
Grand.
and all I got was an old
No,
painting.
wait a minute. I'm going to let the record reflect. Hang on. Let the record reflect. Your investors lost $6,000.
Yeah. The
The
investors.
banks.
The bank lost $6,000.
All right, let me ask you this. How'd you pay that loan off? Did you pay it off in payments?
I paid it off. Yeah, took about
Like right away?
3 years. No, hell no, I went right away. I was
You-
like, what's the lowest payment I can make for the next 8 years?
You got a bill for a painting.
I
Damn.
was
All
like,
right, what's
a
but,
good
but,
ass
but
story.
the funny thing though, right? So I was like, it was like a movie, right? Because I was in the parking lot just standing there,
Damn.
yo,
That's
this
funny.
shit really happened.
she gonna
Like, I
come
paid
back,
$6,000.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I know this shit didn't just happen. Like I didn't pay $6,000. So then I get in the car, right? And I'm sitting there. I sit you not. I was sitting there, and I don't know. I was just like, it was just like a movie. Like I did the scream. I did the fucking look at the fucking sky shit. I was just like, yo, $6,000, bro. And like,
But Mike,
like-
man, Mike, don't you look back
Grand.
on that and realize that you never had a chance?
Nah, he had a
Going-
chance.
that wasn't even a date, though.
She said that he could be in between her thighs.
No,
So-
that's the
No.
lead in. That's the
Grand.
lead to keep him involved.
Nah.
Keep him
No,
excited.
I know that's what I think. I think because I didn't make the move, she thought, oh,
Yeah.
he's not interested.
She probably
'Cause I
did.
gave him the green light. And he's like,
what do
no,
you
he's
think?
like,
All right,
that's why.
we got to take a poll.
Nah.
You got people listening.
I think-
in?
Let's talk about
I
every
think-
aspect
I
of this
think-
date.
I agree
think-
with you.
I
agree
think
with
because I didn't make the move, she was like, oh, he's not interested? Fuck it. I gave him the chance. I literally told this dude you can fit in my thighs. You did not proceed to fit in thighs.
Okay,
She
okay.
didn't fuck
She
it.
doesn't
let's-
understand what gentlemanly activity.
Well, let's break
is.
down. She said I could fit in between. What'd you say after that? What was your response when she said that?
No, I don't fit.
Well, you just. Sorry, man. I'm not gonna.
Apartment space. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
I would have been like, prove it. Let's figure this out.
Well, I'm gonna fit right now in these guys, bro.
I'll pull over right now.
We're in the woods. We're hiking in the woods. There's
don't
plenty
matter.
of spots. I paid $6,000 for
Well, she
this
said it in the
alone.
We said it in the car when we was going over
Oh.
this. So I was just like, oh really? I was like, oh shit. Because I'm shocked. Because I'm just like I didn't expect her
I
to come
know.
out of
Yeah.
out of
When
nowhere.
that happens, how
it
do you
wasn't like I
roll
was
with it?
alluded to sex.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
How old were you?
Shit, I think I was like 30.
All right, so
Yeah,
you were fairly
30.
new. You ain't never been through that experience.
Fuck
No one.
no.
I don't think anyone's has, but
Well, most of
That's-
the time you don't think they're gonna say something like that.
Yeah.
So what do you're like?
Exactly.
What just
yeah.
happened?
Like I said, it wasn't like I was alluded to that. Like, yo, girl, so what's your sex like? Like, it was just
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like,
But
she
you're,
like,
also you're, in
What I-
height, you're
Yeah.
overthinking everything.
right,
Exactly.
right.
'Cause
Plus
you don't
you
wanna
gotta remember-
screw it up.
Plus, you got to remember she's a
Bruh.
published model.
Exactly.
She ain't no,
What's her
she ain't
name?
no-
What's
she
her
ain't no
name?
Amber- London Andrews.
I would have.
London what?
London Andrews.
I'm gonna look her
If
up
she
right
All
said,
right,
"Oh, I
it's
can
time
fit
to look
between
her
your
up.
thighs,
I'm
bro,"
gonna
I
look
would
her
have
up right
like,
now.
Yeah,
I'm
she
fitting
wasn't
in
no
the
regular.
thighs
Put her on the
right
screen.
now, bro.
You put her on the
I ain't gonna be
screen?
able to put her on the screen.
You're not?
No, I'm not gonna be able to.
You
Yeah.
can show us on your
But
phone, though.
you can put it on the camera.
Oh, that's her. I can already tell.
But
That's her.
please,
Damn.
re-listen to this. Think and talk about this on because that's a bit, bro.
Yeah, you could definitely fit.
You
it.
took a loan out for a date. That's a bit.
I'm gonna message her right
Why-
now.
yeah,
And say,
why-
fuck you.
Why?
Fuck you for messing with my man like that.
If
But
you
why
don't, I'll
haven't
be
you
mad.
thought of it being part of your comedy?
Man, I just couldn't find an angle of how to make. I mean, it's funny, but it's like, how do I like?
It
Present
just,
it.
it just is funny. You don't have to angle
okay,
it.
Okay, let's comedian to comedian, right? The fact that you took a loan out, right, is the funniest part. Who will take a loan out for a date? Nobody. I obviously your credit is good enough
What's
for
the
you to go
comments
to
looking
a
like? What the
bank.
comments looking like? What they?
They're not saying
Oh.
shit. But obviously
They
your
think you're
credit
almost
is
done.
good enough.
I know, right? The
Your
pre
credit,
exit.
I'm a comedian. Come on, we never talk. Your credit is good enough for you to take a loan out for a date. That's good ass credit. First of all,
right.
let's be real. That's 800 credit score right there. You're good. Just how good your credit is.
You
I
can
took a
write
loan
some
out-
shit about this, man.
You are funny enough. You can do. I'm
You-
telling you right now, you can do that. That's a bit.
Well, that's what I was talking about, like the stuff in my the chapters of this book
could
that I
do-
wrote. You can develop it.
Right.
You can just
I'm
develop
telling
that.
you, man.
Yeah.
I think because it was such a dark time of my life, I was like, I'm gonna repress this for a little bit. Maybe about a good 8 or 9 years, then I might dig it up. You know, make
Bro,
it.
the loan is the funny part for it. Now,
I got a question.
mean,
do you still got
everything we went
do you still got the oil
And then,
painting?
it's not
I
only
do.
the loan.
You got the oil
I was
painting.
like,
have
fuck
to.
it.
It's
I was
like
like, fuck
6,000 for it.
Yeah.
Gordon,
I was
better have that.
Gordon,
Hey, that-
it's not just the loan. He decided to take a loan out $1,500 more than what was
Yeah,
necessary.
he went over.
Yeah.
to secure.
45.
To
She
make
said
sure.
this.
There was no losing
okay.
this bid. I'm winning this motherfucker.
We're gonna work this bit out right now. She said 4,500. He was like, I could do that.
I got 6.
Meanwhile, he doesn't have that at all in the bank.
4,500. I'm like,
But he said,
4,500?
my credit score is good enough. I could get
Wait. I have a question for you because we talked about Missy Hyatt off the air
Yeah.
before. How much would you have paid to have a date with Missy Hyatt?
I would have paid $0 for that bitch. Yeah. I would get that bitch a Chuck E.
Probably
Cheese
wouldn't have
token.
been
That would, yeah.
Oh, damn.
But nobody knows
Because
she just has huge boobs.
because you got to remember, London. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but her following,
Wait,
Yeah, huge.
let me see.
her following, she got like 1 million fucking followers, like between Facebook and Instagram. So I'm thinking of that shit too.
Mother.
That's the same girl, right?
That is not the same.
That's not her? Damn. I was all up in the inbox.
No.
That's what's her name though? That's a big old dude. Oh, God damn. They
Well,
falling
what
out the
But it's
bullshit.
similar to her. They got similar bodies.
She had to sew bras
Oh,
together
okay, it's
for that
probably
one.
this one.
How many
that's not
London
her.
what?
London Andrews.
How many London Andrews are
There's
there?
There's
only
only
bunch.
one. Should be
The
only
3
one.
followers are Googling her right now.
That's
She about to blow up.
It's her, and then there's another one.
Yeah, she's the thickest one out of.
Bro,
You know, I had
can't get over
had
the fact that
stories.
you took
I had
a loan
stories
out.
about.
That's the bit right
Dude,
there.
I've
bro.
had stories about like asshole bosses that I had. I'm
Right.
not saying any of this. That's got to end the show right there. I can't top that.
We can talk about asshole. I want to talk about asshole bosses. I want to tell my story.
All right.
Ain't nothing bad. I didn't take a loan out, but but I'm telling you,
I got
that's
a
the
quick
punchline.
story. You tell your quick story.
That's the punchline.
But what's the setup though? This to talk about the date.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can talk. You can just. The setup could be anything. Just
Look,
I've been on some shitty dates in my life.
everybody
Let me
out
tell you
there.
the shittiest one.
We
I
live.
see it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it'd be
That
like,
is
yeah,
fun.
you have to
But
take
the
a loan out.
punchline will
Okay.
be at the end. And I took a loan out for nothing. For a painting. That could be the punchline.
Right. I took a loan out
That's
for
a good-ass
my
joke.
own autograph. I paid $6,000 for my own autograph.
I paid $6,000 to go hiking with myself. She didn't even want it into you, man. Like, there's so much to that. Like,
You can develop that, man.
that's
for
a
certain.
good. You're
Dude, how
His
long does it take to
KKK
look up
down.
London?
Man, I
Andrews?
already see like 2 of them,
Nah, she should be the only
and there's a
one
bunch
there.
of other fake accounts.
Do you know how to spell?
what?
Yeah, London, like the country. Right?
London, baby.
Lundin, bitch.
Let me try London with that.
What was that one segment that we did the other time? What was it? Middle finger up segment.
Middle finger club. Yeah.
Okay, I
She
want to
gonna throw
do
it
a
into
middle
it.
finger club real quick.
All right,
Okay, let's
that
do
real
it.
quick.
Can I do middle finger club real
Yeah,
quick?
hold
Let
on,
me
let
look
me
at my
get
notes because
Here we go. We got to get
down.
the lead for it.
That's hilarious. All right, you already know what it is.
Middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger club. Middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger, middle finger club. Oh, you done piss me off, so you get middle finger, middle finger, middle finger.
Had you singing it?
Go.
I think that has to
Go.
This is my middle finger moment of the day.
Go ahead.
Because every day I have a middle finger moment that I want to kill everyone. And today, well, okay, let me go back to my notes because I had to write this down. So I'm at work, right?
Another spontaneous story by Gordon Dixon.
Thank you. So I'm at work today, right? And there's always one dude at work that just wants to one-up your story, all right? If you say, hey, my grandmother had AIDS, he gonna be like, yeah, well, my grandmother died of cancer and whatever drug she was on. There's always a one-upper, right? Like, it don't matter what it is. So I'm telling the story about all these shitty-ass mics that I do pretty much every other week, we do some shitty ass mics, right? Like you go there and it's 14 comics and they talking the whole time and you just trying to do your shit. So I do it. The shittiest mic I ever did. I'm telling the story. It was the worst bomb. Somebody asked me, well, what's the worst bomb you ever did? And I was like, well, I'm telling them. It's in St. Pete. It's called Coconuts. It's the worst. I still remember it. I will always remember it. The worst bomb is I started.
Were you there?
No, he told me the story.
I don't think he was there, but I started off with what at the time I thought was a funny joke. So I started off with, I said.
You don't think it's funny now, do you?
I still think it's funny.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
tell you the
stick
joke.
with it, man. It's funny. They didn't get it.
They're not. The
Okay,
crowd
no.
was whack. You know, the three people that were in the crowd, which is usually how Coconuts is, the three people in this crowd, they didn't get the joke. So I started it off the night. I said, 2020 is fucking us like an Epstein kid, okay? And at the time, I was like, that was in the news. Everybody knew it. I thought it was going to work.
I would have laughed.
Because 2020 was bad. COVID, we couldn't go nowhere. Like, everything just barely started opening up. I was like, okay, this is a good way because we're getting fucked right now, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody laughed. So about 5 minutes straight.
Dead.
And I'm still doing my I'm still doing my shit.
Plunge forward, man.
Don't care. They ain't not laughing. And my comic friends ain't laughing. Nobody's laughing, okay? My best friend Jay's in the crowd. He ain't doing his He not laughing. Nobody. This is bombing. I'm talking about you can hear the toilet flush and it's 3 buildings full the other way. It was bad, okay? This is the worst bomb I've ever had in my life. Everybody hated me at this time. All my friends hated me. My car wouldn't start after that. Everybody hated me, okay? So I tell him this story. This dude comes. He's not a comic. He's a garbage truck driver. That's all he does. He don't got nothing else in his life. He said I was mowing this old lady's lawn one time. And I told her a joke, and she didn't laugh. And he was like, that's worse than what you went through. I said, first of all, how old was the old lady? Because I want to break down. She was like 98. First of all, she couldn't hear you. There's no way she heard you. That's not a bomb, man. But every time I tell a story, he comes in with something dumb that don't go with nothing. Because it's always comedy. People are always like, how's your comedy going? I'm like, well, I'll tell him. And he's like, yeah. He was like, one time I went on stage to tell the people to be quiet because there was a person singing and I wanted them to be quiet, but they didn't listen to me. They kept talking. I was like, why are you talking right now? I hate one-uppers, man. No matter what happens, they got to one-up you. Doesn't matter. You're not a comedian. He doesn't do anything comedy. He mows lawns after work. That's what he does.
Right.
But who are you performing for? Nobody. Nobody cares about your lawn skills, bro. I could tell him the best lawn I've ever cut was probably better than his, but I don't do that. That's why I want to fuck you to one-uppers, okay? And I'm going to see your ass Thursday. And if you one-up me in this podcast, I'm going to fuck you up, okay? Bleep all that shit out.
Wait a minute.
Welcome to the Middle Finger Club.
Wait a minute. So you think that's funny? I got one story for you.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna fuck you up too, bro. I'm fighting everybody white right now. I'm mad because he's white. Okay, and then this is even worse. All right, this is the shittiest dude I've ever. He smells so bad. Okay, at work.
How
from the beginning.
bad does he smell?
You ever smelled shit that don't land in the water, but it's on top of the toilet? Right? You know how bad. That's like right out your asshole
got the
shit.
toilet
He
paper
smells
piled up.
worse than that. Okay, that's how bad.
A
he
toilet
smells.
topper, man. We
A
got
toilet topper. That's who he is. So fuck you. I hate you. Play the damn music.
Middle Finger. Welcome to the Middle Finger Club. Richard, you got one?
They always got a one up.
No, I can't. I don't want to top him.
Nobody
you
pissed you
motherfucker.
off?
Not after that. I don't do the one-upper. Oh, do you have a middle finger story? No.
I'm
don't have
fighting everybody
No.
that one ups me
Next,
now.
no. He rules
I'm trying to think.
the middle finger right now. Don't one up a middle finger.
It's not a one-up.
story about
This
one
is
up.
the
You
point.
don't one up a middle finger.
This is the
Okay.
whole point to Middle Finger Club is
Listen,
we
we're
all put
figuring our
somebody in.
podcast out. You can do the date ones because you've had way worse dates than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do your
You
middle
got
fingers.
to the date part. I just got to the online, hey, what do you do for fun shit? That's all I got to. But I got one-uppers every day. Somebody pisses me off. And I'm light-skinned. You know, we get mad all the time. At each other, we get mad. So I got my shit. Every day I'm going to have that. Middle finger to you.
I got mine. Cleveland Browns, what the fuck?
Let's hear it.
Welcome to the club.
Let's hear it.
It took you 2 weeks to get into the Middle Finger Club, but what the hell? Actually, I'll take that back. It's not the Cleveland Browns. Coach Stefanski. What the hell are you doing? You got the best running back core in the NFL. None of them were playing, but our backup's backup was killing them. And what did you do? Let's give the ball to Baker. Let's have him throw. Why? Nobody fucking knows. He's trash. Let's just keep giving him the ball. So Baker Mayfield, welcome to the Middle Finger Club. I hope you never come back to the team. Stefanski, you got to know better. Stop going with the white quarterback. All right, that's it. That's all I got.
Middle finger to y'all.
That's it.
Pussy assholes.
Pussies.
Pussies, bro.
You know what?
right,
London Andrews.
So wait a minute.
Welcome to the Middle Finger
Another
Club.
one.
How you gonna do my man's like
Logan
that?
Andrews,
I
bro.
still
How you
haven't
gonna do my
seen
man's like
London
that?
Andrews.
I don't know who the fuck he is, but fuck him.
For London Andrews, you still haven't showed us a picture of him.
His mama might be a hoe.
I'm gonna look.
I said Mike. I ain't saying
I only
yeah.
saw one. There was only
That
one
her?
profile. It's got to be her. It's got to be her.
Why can't you just do Google London Andrews and
I
come
did,
up with something?
and that was the only thing that came up.
No, that can't be true.
She got way too.
Based
Unless
on
she
the
got, unless
story.
she got a new profile. She probably
Based
got
on
that
the
joint shut down.
story, there's a lot of people who feel ripped off right now, and they've written about her.
One uppers pissed me off, bro. I'm telling you. Football pisses you off about Cleveland.
Yeah, man.
Okay? And I know you mad
It
about
was bad.
Cavaliers, bro. They ain't really doing
We're
shit.
actually doing all right.
Yeah, this year.
I thought
Listen,
we was gonna be trash.
I
trash.
see
This is what I want
video-
you to talk. you
videos
talk
of
to
London
Sexton, right?
Andrews.
And tell him to
Years
take that
It's
damn
all
rat
porn
tail
out.
off the back
Yes,
of his neck.
that's what I
That's
got.
a middle
Yeah.
finger right there.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Who's got the rat tail?
Sexton,
Oh yeah, Colin.
Your main
Sexton?
guy.
Yeah.
get out of here, bro.
Is that her? That's her?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, that's her.
Let's
Right?
see.
Super thick, right?
$6,000 worth? Because if it's $6,000,
Calculate it right now.
I can't
Maybe.
even take a loan out for that. Okay.
Yeah, that's her. That's the one. I got in your inbox for you. Don't worry, I got you, bro.
Hey, I got another
I said, why you do
6,000.
my miss? Why you do my man so dirty?
You should have said, hey, I got another
Cute.
6,000.
She's really cute. A plus size model.
I
is
feel
that
you
thing.
low key like bitches ugly.
She's
I
a
feel
plus
you.
size model. What?
You low key like yeah. On camera, I'm gonna give you props. Off camera, the bitch like that.
She look good, though. I mean, just big. I thought model.
I would have
don't know.
said 5750 maybe, not 6,000.
I would have went 45. I would have started with the lowest bid.
See, I wanted that, but
Okay.
I,
You
I,
could've
I gotta-
pocketed the
I
rest
gotta-
of the
I
money.
gotta get
Okay,
that shit,
but would you have taken the loan out for that?
Nah. I wouldn't have been able to. I don't got good credit.
I
They
don't-
would've-
I
I would
definitely
have
got
walked
good
into the
credit.
bank and they was like, nah, bro, get out.
My bank won't even give me $1. Like, nah, we don't trust you with $1.
I'm not even
give
allowed
me
to
change.
go.
That's too much for you. You need a negative before
I can't
that
even go
dollar.
to a credit
You could
union.
not have sold the loan based on just the date. You had to you were entering to a business proposition.
No, it's an investment. It is an
Right.
investment.
But you
A
know
day
what's
is an
fucked up
investment.
though, man, is that I think because she said that the money that I gave her, she donated to the warrior, wounded warrior.
Nah, she
Oh.
kept that shit.
And I was just like, nah, you pocketed all of that shit.
She kept that to
every
eat.
fucking dollar.
That was her
Every
week of
dollar.
food. That's what it looked like.
You're right. That's called
That was the
that's
week-
called overhead.
I don't care. That was
Her
her.
overhead expenses.
That was her week of vegan food because she mixing meat with vegan. That's what I'm.
She was prime. She was ready to go that
Alone.
first day.
The joke. The ending is that's alone.
All right.
You don't have to tell
Hang
them at
on.
the beginning.
Can we tell each like a 5-minute boss story before we?
Yeah. Because
And I sounded like a New Yorker right there. When I
Oh,
drink,
what?
like,
Can
boss.
I? Can I?
We're
We're
pee
talking
real
about
quick?
bosses.
Yeah.
Can I pee
Bosses.
real
Oh,
quick?
okay.
I gotta pee. Let me.
I gotta
All right,
think
I'll
of
start
one.
You
with
can
mine.
start.
I'll start with mine,
Because
yeah.
yours is fun.
I
By
think
the
I
way, he
got one.
announced he's going to take a bathroom break.
Gordon's gotta go. He has
gotta
weak
go
bladder.
pee.
He's 37. Got weak bladder.
All right. So, I don't know which one to tell that's best, but I back in 2001, I was working at a law firm. I can't use names. That's gonna
I know
be
you
the
want
word.
to. I know you want
I
to
can't
so
use
bad.
names. I want to use. I can't use names. I was working at a prominent small boutique law firm that was handling some major discrimination cases that I was involved in. And in the midst of a huge stressful time, I'm working like 60, 70-hour weeks, doing one lawsuit.
Wow.
60, 70-hour weeks. One lawsuit. And I learned that my then wife is pregnant. And who is our now fourth child, who's now almost 20. That's how long ago this is. And my ex-wife had a very difficult third pregnancy, so this is the fourth one. And I realized I can't legitimately be working 70 hours a week when my wife is pregnant and she had a difficult pregnancy the previous one. So, you know what? I'm just going to go to my boss I'm going to tell him, you know what? I can't work 70-hour weeks anymore. So I'm going to work 5 days plus half a Saturday. That's all I can offer you. It's about 50 hours a week I'm going to offer you. So I made this deal in my head that this is going to go well. You know, he's going to understand, and he's not can't be that bad of an ass because he was pretty much of an ass of a boss. But anyway, so I walk into his office the day after I find out my wife was pregnant. I said, "Hey," I was about to say his name, but hey, name starts with J. Hey Jay, hey, I just want to let you know that I just found out my wife's pregnant. Actually, we thought at the time it was going to be twins because the doctor said he detected 2 heartbeats. So I think my wife's going to have twins, and there's no way I can continue to work the hours I've been working. So I'm going to let you know I'm going to come in and work every day, 5 days a week plus half a Saturday. And he went, Richard, first thing I want to tell you, congratulations on the pregnancy. That's great. Good news for you. I really appreciate you telling me. Consider this your 2-week notice.
Wow. Wow. My wife is pregnant. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Supporting your child.
Yes.
You should have pulled out. You're fired.
Good luck. You're right. And that's exactly, I'm not kidding you.
Word condom.
Pulled out.
We ain't
That's
paying for that.
exactly how it went down.
Sorry,
It
your
was-
insurance
it was
doesn't cover
swift.
that.
It was cold. It was, well, thank you. Congratulations. You're done here.
I'm going to see you in the parking lot after that, bro.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
So the funny thing is, this happens on a Friday.
Of course.
And I'm like, shit, you're at, like, yeah, consider this your 2-week notice. If you want to leave now, if you want to, like, cut bait now to look for other work, that's fine. I'll pay you for the 2 weeks. So that was good. That part was good because he could have said, fuck you, I'm not paying you shit. Okay, so I literally called one of my friends that I used to work with at a prior firm. And I said, hey, how's things working at your new job? And then I'm working at this. And I realized after I'm talking to him for 2 minutes, he's working at the law firm, a new job that he had, 4 floors down from where I was working. I can't name I don't want to name the firm.
Yeah, of course.
But he says, hey, I can put in a good word for you, and maybe the partner will call you over the weekend, and you can start on Monday. I said, that would be a pipe dream, but fine. Put in a word for me. So I get a call on Sunday evening from the
Nice.
partner at the firm. Like so-and-so told me about you and that you're talented and blah, blah, blah. What are you looking for? And I said, any job, basically, at this point. I got to support a family. He says, you're hired. Come in Monday. So I didn't miss a fucking day of work. Plus, I got the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? So it ended up being a positive thing. But in the moment, what a fuck.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That was horrible to hear. Like, I thought he would be. Look,
Yeah,
man,
one
motherfucker.
guy is like, man, congratulations. That's
You know,
awesome.
just to how, you know,
He couldn't even wait till Monday to fire you.
Right. No,
Right?
He's
It
like,
was
I know
just
you're
like-
happy, but guess what?
Yeah, what,
We got to
bro?
balance things
Yeah,
out.
Do this shit now. On
So-
the spot.
And I'm certain that there's got to be listeners. I want people to call in about their asshole
get 'em. We'll
bosses.
get 'em, bro.
I want people to call in about their date stories. I mean, Mike gave a great. That was fucking awesome.
Bro. If
Right.
you, okay.
Everybody has a
podcast.
story.
I hope she
want this to be a
replies to me.
call-in show.
We'll get it. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Okay,
we got
we
three.
got-
We got 3 listeners.
We got to get sponsors
We'll
too,
get-
and it'll
we'll get
take off.
sponsors. I know some
Okay.
people
That's
that I'm gonna
Okay.
eventually ask after we,
All right.
build it up a little.
We'll do it.
We just started. This is the 3rd.
Serge,
So
you
what's
haven't
up?
shared a date story though.
I don't date, man.
Surge
why.
is fuck.
Yeah, I was about to
Surge
say.
is like, hey, when we gonna fuck? You don't even ask for a
He
date.
ain't,
So when we
he
gonna fuck?
ain't even
That was
investing
it.
$1, let alone 6,000 of them.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
He
like,
ain't taking no loan out. Listen, bitch, when we gonna fuck? You want to do a podcast? Guess what? We fucking before the
I
podcast.
can't think of anything. Like, I mean, most of my dates,
You've never had a bad experience?
nah. Well, I mean, the typical, like, you take a girl out, she has too much to drink, and instead of you smashing, she's throwing up all night. But that's typical. That's like,
Okay.
I've had girls
There's no
throw up on my
racism
shoes
or
with a
anything.
Nothing
woman.
comedic about that.
yeah, there's nothing comedic about that. Everybody can relate to
Most of my dates ended with smashing, but okay, okay. I didn't even get to the date part. How about the bad ones that don't even get to the date about online? Because I got a lot of those.
Share one. Go.
The worst one was a Bumble one, right? It was before the colostomy bag girl, okay? Because because this one ended, and I was like, okay, well, I had 3 or 4 of them, which were bigger women, and I'm not really, you know what I mean? I wasn't, not gonna lie.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean, Gordon?
They were a little too thick. You know what I mean? Like it looked like they swallowed a tire, but that's not my problem.
Okay,
you know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
I don't, So this girl, the talking was great. Like it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Quick
good
responses.
chemistry,
You know,
huh?
when it's quick
The witty,
responses,
the
that means
witty.
they're really into you. If
Yes,
if they take their time and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I fell asleep 3 days ago, and I'm just
Never woke
woke
up."
You know, like, come on, man. I know you ain't into it, right? So this one was quick responses, and I'm like, okay, it's got to go good. She's like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Well, I work for a municipality."
Yes.
So I work for that, but I was like, I'm a comedian. I'm trying to become a comedian. I'm inspiring. I'm up and coming, whatever. She's like, "Oh, I love comedy." She's like, "Tell me a joke." And I'm like, first of all,
Oh no! Don't say
They
that
always
to a
do this
comedian.
shit.
That's the
is-
wrong thing to say, right?
This is the worst thing because people think that, oh, you're a comedian. Tell me a joke. They think it's like a knock joke or something,
Right.
and we come up with some bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not writing fucking, you know what I mean, Dr. Seuss jokes over here. I'm doing jokes
Tell
about my
life
life.
stories.
I don't have a joke. So I told her the mixed one, which the punchline is I'm incognito.
Right.
So I tell her that joke, right? Which I was just working on it. It was pretty much a new joke. I didn't have it. I still don't really have
You
it.
didn't have it tested.
I still don't really have it down, but it's better than what I told her. And I said the word. She saw the word Negro, and she, like you with the girl with the N word. Like it's not as bad. Negro is
She's
not
like,
as bad,
"Ooh."
but So she get on the whole thing. Well, that's not a great word, and I was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
okay. I'm like, and I wasn't mad at her. I was like, okay, I get that. I was
Okay.
like.
Let me move on to my other tasteless joke. You're not going to get.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like, oh, all right. I was like, you know what? I'll tell you another joke, right? So this girl's Spanish, right? I'll tell her another joke. I didn't know at the time she was Spanish because a lot of Spanish women look white. I didn't know. Like, she was green-haired. No, not green-haired.
That's interesting.
She was red-haired and green-eyed, right?
Okay,
So
right.
I'm thinking she's just redhead, right? White girl. So I told her a joke. I was like, I am actually sober now, 2 years. And she's like, oh, wow. She's like, what was your, drink of choice? I was like, no, it wasn't a drink. It was Latin women. I'm sober over. And then it was just...
And she's like,
and the Latin came out.
turns out I'm Cuban.
She
And
couldn't
that-
appreciate that.
So I fucked it up, but that was a good joke, okay?
Yeah, that's a good
joke.
That's what I'm saying.
got
Get
mad
over
over that,
yourself. Enjoy the humor.
Yes, I didn't even get to meet her yet. So she started replying back in Spanish. I don't know what she's saying, so I got to Google this whole shit, and she's cursing me the fuck out. But it's just a joke. It wasn't real. You know what I mean? I like Spanish women. I'm just not into it at this time. I like white women now. Snow bunnies.
But you did yourself a favor.
Yeah, but she's
Right, right,
uptight.
right, 'cause-
She's not really into
Right,
comedy.
right. If this is your sense of humor, and she ain't going to get it.
I'm real. I'm myself, even in text messages. I'm dyslexic. I misspell everything. I misspelled this dude's name. It's one of my best friends. I
I
misspelled
had
his
to
name.
ask you about it before
Okay,
the show.
I'm just saying. I'm dyslexic as fuck. I misspell everything. I misspell my own name. I didn't pass the FCAT.
Wait,
because I
wait.
couldn't spell
He
my
got,
name.
he got the Michael part right.
I got the
He,
Michael
mis-
one.
Yeah.
he misspelled the
He
5
was-
letters that followed
That
it.
was-
But I spell shit the way I hear it. You know what I mean? Like phonetically. That's what they call it, right? I spell it the way I hear it. That's part of the being dyslexic. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's not my fault. It's my dad's terrible ass nut product that came out. This is what it's my fault. I was swimming backwards in him, man. That's what happened, man. That wasn't terrible, but I fucked that one up. But I mean, there was a lot that I didn't fuck up. I just said hey, and they were like, "Nah, that's too whack." You ever been online? And the girls are always like, "Oh, you got to catch me. Like, you gotta come at me with something different, right?" And they'll message you and be like, "Hey," and you were messaging back and be like, "Hey, how are you?" And be like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
that's too boring, bitch. You said hey. I said how are you after that." Like,
Right.
I hate that. I've had a lot of those, man.
All right. So at one point, I thought with all my online dating experience, I would do like the do's and don'ts of like profiles and shit. Like so much I learned from like how many profiles have you
We
read?
could
You're
do
like,
that
oh,
as a section, man.
we should
The
do that
do's
as a
and don'ts
segment.
towards at the end after
Yeah.
everything we
Oh
talk
my
about.
god! I thought I could write like a novel on like what not to put in a profile. I mean, it's just okay. First of all, does anyone realize? It seems like almost no one realizes they're advertising themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so get it right and don't be like stupid. Don't do the bathroom pic. Don't do
Yeah,
the.
don't.
I'm on a.
Nowadays,
I
you have to
caught
have
a fish
or a dog.
Right. I caught a
What?
fish. Right. Right. Like,
I don't like dogs, and I barely fish. Like,
and,
what,
and then
who
there's
cares?
the non-descriptive, descriptive
Yeah.
description, which is what I call the non-descriptive descriptions of I love going to the beach.
Everybody loves that.
I love good food.
We're in Florida.
Right,
You-
right. Like
fuck.
okay,
We're
stop.
in Florida. Everyone
Stop.
loves
Yeah,
going
we're
to the
the
beach.
Stop.
Yeah.
Or
Or,
be more specific, saying my favorite beach is whatever it is in Europe. Whatever.
or it's all
Tell
the
me
don'ts.
something.
It's
Right.
all the
Yeah.
don'ts. Don't
Right.
be this. Don't
Right.
be that.
Right.
Don't be this.
Oh, you're a
Why are you on here? That's
Right.
all you're gonna get.
right.
But then they fuck
Let's
the
talk.
dudes that got
That
the
should be
don'ts.
the ending segment. What not to do on
Yeah.
profile, and then people could see that.
We can do that.
Young people coming up and be like, "What can we
It's
not
in
do?"
development, as they say. We'll do that. We'll
I
figure
mean,
it out.
this is the
Okay.
third one.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we have awesome on this podcast. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
do.
gonna
We do.
real- I have fun on this.
I know,
Okay,
no.
I have fun.
It was fun
That's what
laughing.
it's all about.
It's not
man.
about the box wine, okay? It's not about the box wine. It's about having fun.
So I spend all week.
Thinking about it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I spend all week doing the stressful dealing with asshole business.
Well,
Right.
you got shit for days.
Yeah. And then I think like this is my release, and it's perfect for
You
me.
get to talk
Yeah.
about it, man.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling him, you got a bit right there, and you don't realize it. My one-upper, I'm gonna make that a bit because I was thinking about that the other day with this asshole dude. Every time I tell a story, he wants to one-up me, and out of nowhere, he'll just show up. I'm telling a story.
So let me
he's not even here.
Let me because from a comedic view, I
Yeah.
mean, you're doing stand-up. So when you first bring an idea to the stage and you don't know what it's gonna, you don't know what the reaction's gonna be. That's a scary thing, right?
Yeah, that's when
So
you
how do you
bomb.
test? How do you test out like if you were going to tell that story?
You got
on
to
the
bomb to
6,000
get it to be funny.
Yeah. So for me, like,
It's doing the routine and
Right.
and not worrying about the reaction and fine tuning it so that 3 or 4 or 5 shows down the road you got it down, right?
yeah, you have to
So you-
basically get a fearless mentality when you
Yeah.
do a new joke. Like last night, I did a new joke, like never been done before, first time out the gate, and like, you literally have to be like, I don't give a fuck if they laugh or not. I'm gonna do this shit
Right.
as if it's the funniest shit in the world. Because even if you show any sort of sense of like, yeah, guys, so they're gonna
Right,
see
right.
that and be like, "This ain't fucking funny," because he don't even think it's
Right.
funny by
Right.
the way he's fucking delivering the joke. So you have to like kind of persuade them with your own confidence. Like,
Right.
look, this shit's fucking funny. You're gonna see in a minute when I say this shit. You got to kind of persuade them. But so that's basically like how.
But
I
sometimes
approach.
you also learn. I guess you also learn that you can tell the one joke to one audience who cracks up, and
Yep.
the next audience doesn't
Yep.
get it.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the issue
So-
that we have a lot, or me more so, is you perform in front of comedians most of the time at open mics, and if they already know your stuff, they're not. First of all, they're not paying attention
Right.
because they're thinking about their own
Right.
set,
Right.
which I get because I'm in the same way. So I usually try to, if I can make a comedian look or have a reaction, generally the audience will tend to laugh at that.
Right.
So if I do an open mic, which normally Mondays I do the same one, I'll just try all new shit, no matter what it is, no matter who's there. More so if there's an audience, I don't even care. I'm not gonna do my old stuff. You want to put on a show, unless I'm hosting. If I'm hosting, I want the show to go good. I want the
Right.
comedians to have fun, so I'll do
Right.
old stuff to get the audience into comedy,
Right.
and then. But if I'm just going up, I want to do new stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
you're only gonna get time if you try new stuff out. You can't. You're not gonna get time if you've been doing the same 5 minutes.
My girlfriend Gigi had said, "Do you ever want to do stand up?" And I said, "The funny thing about that
You
is
should try it.
I imagine that my stuff could be fodder for stand up,
You-
but I get hyper thinking."
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you have the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like the moment I'm not getting reaction,
Yep.
I'll start being introspective and not
Yep.
be able to do the rest of my routine.
Yep.
Like why?
It does
You
mess
know-
you up at first, but once you get used to, I think the biggest thing is when you're doing new stuff, don't expect a reaction. Just let me get these words out. That's what.
Right.
That's my biggest thing is I write so much stuff that I want to just try it out and get it out.
Right.
I don't.
So a lot
really
of it is just
expect a reaction.
trusting what you think is funny to most people.
Yeah,
Right.
because if I'm natural with what I'm saying, like when I just told the one-upper story, that's a
Right.
bit I wrote a long time ago, but I was like, I never did it. Let me try it out, and you guys laughed at some stuff, so
Right.
now I'm like, okay,
Right.
I can make that. I'm
But
gonna
we've all
make that a
experienced
bit.
it. That's what comedy is. Like when you
Exactly.
relate to, like we've all experienced it. We never. Right.
That's part of the reason why when you approached me with the podcast, I was like, I got to do it because that'll help me out on stage because I
Oh,
get
yeah.
to just talk shit out and see. And you guys aren't comedians, so your reaction is better than what he reacted to because he's a comedian.
You know, Serge, we're not comedians, but we're fucking funny.
But you,
I got one open mic under my belt. I did one open mic and then retired. No, it wasn't even an open mic. It was an actual show.
No, they shut down the mic as soon as you got on.
No, I actually did. I led off with
Serge is a rapper, which in essence is a comedian.
It is a comedian.
Because you guys got premises and punchlines.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I led off with the
You
story.
and your fucking date stories, okay?
Yeah,
if
that's
you take the
definitely-
KKK one and the other narcoleptic one, you could make that into a 20-minute bit. You could do
I
comedy.
could. No. Look, I've written this book, and I had.
And
people
I would
read
help
it,
you take
and
out the
I would
fat
say
and make it-
80% of the people who have read what I showed them, they're like, "You can do stand up on this.
Yeah.
You can." And when you tell the story, it's fucking funny as shit.
That's
The
what I'm
one
saying.
I shared today isn't one of my funny ones. It's a tragic one, really.
But
But it
Yeah, no
happened.
shit, she's dead.
right.
with the help of me,
Right. But I always go like,
and when I
shit.
bring more comedians on, we can help
Okay.
you make that. And that's why I was saying if we could
You-
do a
you said-
live show,
Okay.
a live podcast, and you tell her
No,
story.
but what he
Wait
could
a minute,
do,
Wait a minute. Tell him.
he could really take a book up there and just read from the
I
book.
read it from the.
yeah,
because-
but that
Because how eloquent he
reading-
says everything is
That's
just,
funny.
could be good reading, but if he just went up on stage and told the story,
Yeah.
it'd be better than
I can
reading
do
it.
it. I can do either way. But I like to do it more of telling the story and be natural about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you do a show at a comedy club?
Absolutely.
This
fucking
show.
sir, he'll do
I've
it.
done it before.
We'll
I've
do
done one.
unwelcome behavior.
They've done
a
it at
comedy-
clubs. Remember
How
when
do you
did
sell
the
it to
SAR
a
shit?
comedy club?
I got to figure that out, but we can figure that out. We put our heads
Okay.
together. We'll figure
I
it
want
out.
to make that happen.
Like broadcast live from there.
Spitfire,
Yeah,
where
and-
you
and
came.
make it, and make it
Spitfire,
part of a comedy show.
Yeah.
Spitfire, Nick, the owner, Nick, he really is open to new ideas.
Yeah.
And if I pitch it right to Side Splitters BT,
I'll come with you.
which I used to work at, so I'm kind of, you know what I mean, not really in there, but I could talk to him and figure it out because he's done podcasts at the show. So it's just,
So can I come and talk to him too, or
yeah.
you think
No,
I ruin it?
I wouldn't do it on my own. You come here.
Okay, all right.
I would let you tell
I
the
would
story.
love to do that.
We'll figure
'Cause
the
I
story
think
out,
that- I
make it
think
funny,
that-
and then you could tell them the story and see how they
Absolutely.
think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to be. We can't. It's not going to be like this.
Because
fucking
I want
theater
nothing more than to give
with
up my
3
high
followers
quality
and
divorce
watchers we got.
job.
It's not going to be a theater, but we can get there, man.
All right, so this has been Unwelcome Behavior. This has been a good show. Thanks for coming, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Contact
All right.
information.
So next
before you
week,
go.
next
Appreciate
week
it.
we're off because it's Thanksgiving week.
Yep.
We'll resume the week thereafter. I think that's the 30th of November. If I got that
Something
right,
like that. I don't know.
something along those lines. We'll put it on our
I don't even know what
on our
today is.
webpage or the
Maybe
Facebook
28th.
page. Unwelcome Behavior. Look us up. I'm Richard Myers of the Myers Firm PA. I do high conflict divorces. Consider me a general practitioner. Call me for anything. I'll get you to the right person if I can't handle it. It's 813-477-2623 and MyersFirm.com. And my email is rmyers@myersfirm.com. Gordon.
Okay, so I'm doing a private event this Saturday, so I can't invite people to come out. But next Saturday, next weekend, which will be the 28th, 26th through the 28th, I will be at Side Splitters, The Grove in Westerly Chapel, hosting all weekend for Rocky Laporte, which is going to be a great show because I get to host it. So please come out to Side Splitters, The Grove. That's in
Okay.
Westerly Chapel. I'll be there all weekend, the 26th to the 28th. And, yeah, come follow me on Instagram at thegordondixon.com. No, I don't have .com. Just
No,
D.
yeah,
Gordon
D. Gordon
Dixon
Dixon
on
on
Instagram.
Instagram, right.
Facebook, Gordon Dixon. I'm on TikTok, Gordon Dixon 2, which is you got to put Gordon Dixon number 2. And I'm on YouTube, Gordon Dixon Comedy. Just, follow Gordon Dixon. And then I got my boy Mike. Well, where can we find you at, Michael Evans?
Yeah, so you can find me, like I was saying earlier, at the Imperial Moto Thursday at 7 p.m. in Miami, Florida. And also at Off the Hook in Naples. I believe the show starts at 8, if I'm not mistaken. And social media is the official Michael Evans. That's all social media. That's Instagram, Facebook. Don't have a TikTok yet. That's will be in the works at some time. But, yeah, that's basically the social media tags if you want to look me up and follow what I'm doing.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
I love
and,
it.
Gordon, just remind me of something. What was Star's introduction of you on the first show?
She didn't remember my name.
Right. So she goes, "Oh, we
She
have
called
a special
invited
guest." The whole
She
special
invited
guest
me
there.
on the show and didn't remember my name. What was your name again? I said this bitch. and then not only was I just like, I'm happy to be here, I said my name. I should have said, you know what, I'm leaving. Like you on a date. After the first N
Just
word,
get up
you
and
should have
leave.
left.
You should have
I
learned.
didn't, man. I'm nice like you, bro.
Right.
I should have learned. Shout out to Star. We miss you, her.
No,
Hopefully
but don't
she'll
call
come
in.
back. Don't call in. Please don't call in. Just show up.
Well,
We'd rather
Mike
her
doesn't
show
know
up.
this. Episode 1, we said, "Oh, I want to invite people to call in," and as soon as I said that, like 2 minutes into the show,
Phone ring.
my friend Star, who
Oh,
I
is
did
it?
Yeah.
I did a podcast previously with, she calls in and takes up like 25 minutes of the
Oh,
show.
shit.
On our, like we didn't get to do anything because we
She
were talking to
plugged
her.
herself for 25 minutes straight. And she's in New York right now. She's not even in Florida. She plugged herself for 25.
So we're
we
joking
need,
around.
okay.
Like, yeah, Star, we love
When
you.
she
Don't
starts-
call in.
Okay, but when she starts her podcast, we have to call in
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
and
Do the
plug
same
ourselves
shit.
Talk the whole time.
for 25 minutes. And we can do that.
No,
We can do it. Tell one of your long ass stories that's not
no,
funny.
wait a minute. 25 minutes each.
Yes, up on the stage.
All right, yeah, let's up it. One uppers.
Whole show.
One uppers, baby. One uppers. Let's do
There
it.
we go. All right, tune in 2 weeks from now.
Flow Ohio Radio,
Oh,
baby.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to Surge and Flow Ohio Radio for
Oh,
putting us
yes.
on, baby.
Surgeon General
Let's go.
S3RG underscore IN G3
I've already
Surgeon
N3RAL
General, very easy.
on Instagram.
This motherfucker's writing code online right now, bro.
If Gino Lexus's girl doesn't have the baby before Sunday, we're going to
What?
be performing at Crowbar.
What? He's
Is it
Yeah,
your
she's
baby?
due this
what,
week.
Is this number 4?
This is number 4, yeah.
Is it yours?
Number 4.
No, it ain't mine. It's Gino.
Well, the way you said it, it was.
Well, because if
don't
they
have
have
the
the kid,
baby, might
he's
be
not
mine.
going to be able to perform. I'm
Oh, okay.
performing on his set.
You want me to do it for him? I'll do some comedy in between your
I
set.
don't know. We're going to talk to him. Find out.
I got you.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
I'll get you
So
hyped.
that's what's
Remember
happening
that.
this Sunday. We're going to close it out with a joint by me because I'm vain like that. So this is me featuring
Fader Smith
Izzy
plays on me.
Stars. This joint is called All Night Long.
I haven't heard this one yet.
Yeah, this is the R&B joint. They like
Okay.
it. The girls
All right,
like
let me
it.
hear
You know,
it.
the
I'm
ladies
an
like
R&B
it.
nigga. Let me hear it.
So we go out of here.
Let's go. We out.
We out.
Busy. Oh girl, we gon' end up stepping out tonight. Dress fly, grab a little bite. Call to the bar, couple of drinks in. Let me know what you're thinking. Leaving the scene, chemistry between. Seems to he that she be that queen. Don't know for sure, but let's go the next road. The best night to get more, so hold tight, don't let go. Come on and be with me forever. I want you all night long. Come on and be with me forever. I want you all night long. Netflix and the chill. The best bet and it's real. The chest letting it feel. The sex best and it's ill. The next session in this lesson, we've been sweating, spin the final from line, no Richie. It rhymes slow and I know it gives me the time though to shine. Oh, this match on the spot, whoa, then ask her, can I go? All night long, I wanna be with you, babe, all night long. I wanna be with you, babe, all night long. I wanna be with you, babe, all night long. Come on and be with me forever. I want you all night long. Come on and be with me forever. I want you all night long. All night long. I wanna be with you, babe, all night long. I wanna be with you, babe, all night long. I wanna be with you, babe, all night long. Girl, we gon' end up making. Oh, girl, we gon' end up making. Hey, girl, we gon' end up making. Ooh, girl, we gon' end up making.